We review it Wednesday.
Introducing your hosts.
I know there's been a lot of speculation of whether or not I am Matt Logan. And yes, I am Matt Logan.
I'm Tyler. Tyler Peterson.
Slugheads.
It's your fault that we're doing this.
It is. I'll admit that this was my terrible choice.
A 2-hour choice?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was not what I was hoping for.
You're so kind.
Yeah. I had high expectations going the trailer. Chris Evans and some of the cast that were in it. I was like, all right. And it's from the producers of Deadpool. So I was thinking like, a lot of people are going to get murdered. It's going to be fun watching them get murdered. A lot of random quips throughout the whole thing. And it was dragged out way too long.
2 hours. I mean, this could have been an hour film.
Could have been just a short series.
Yeah, right.
5-minute episodes.
Yeah.
10 episodes are good.
I was also very disappointed. I thought that there was moments of redemption.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that, but moments of redemption for sure, but they were just moments.
Yeah.
Super predictable.
Incredibly generic.
Yeah. I couldn't find a budget for the film. I think they spent decent money on it.
They must have with the actors they got into it and everything. The production value, I mean, it looked good.
Yeah.
So,
And there was some fun little things that they carried throughout the film, like,
cactus.
Well, the cactus, that was okay.
I wish they did more with the cactus.
There was some really weird things they do with the cactus. So, like, the bad guy sticks his hand in the bag without looking in the bag.
Yeah,
like, okay.
Yeah.
That was,
it
gets the cactus.
But like in Bullet Train when they do the thing with the water bottle?
Yes.
Where you have, like, just follow the water bottle for a good minute.
Yeah.
And it's super entertaining.
Yeah.
They could have done something super similar to that in this film of just, like, it would even been fun just watching the cactus at the end of the movie just maybe got left behind on the island. Like, that would have been fun.
Right. Kind of like Castaway and, the ball.
Wilson!
Plug for Wilson there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it's a movie. I'll never watch it again.
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know why they have to do some of this sometimes. I think that Apple TV is trying to make their, name.
Yeah.
Like they're bringing in a cast like this and some of those things, and so they're just like, hey, we need big stars, and then we're gonna throw some crap together,
right, and just hope it sticks.
See what happens.
Yeah.
There are, however, some other things on Apple TV that I wouldn't mind watching and seeing how they are.
See, and that's the thing. I've had Apple TV for a while because, like, when it first came out, it was during the pandemic, and basically you got a free subscription if you signed up. You paid for a month, but then because of the pandemic and stuff, they're like, oh, we'll just extend it for free because we're Apple and we want it to seem nice. And so I think it actually ended up extending for like a year. And then if you buy an Apple product, 3 months free of Apple TV. And so I don't think we paid for Apple TV for like 2 years. But like stuff like Ted Lasso came out. There was the weird Good Morning America with Jennifer Aniston. Super good. They have a lot of good stuff. Coda is about a ASL person. So there's a lot of good stuff on it. So when stuff releases that I get excited about, typically it delivers.
Okay,
it's
sure.
From what I have experienced with the series or with the platform. They don't release a ton. All their stuff is typically pretty independent. Like Apple TV is the only stuff you'll see on there.
Yeah.
Unlike like Netflix, you'll get stuff like New Girl, stuff from the streaming services.
Sure.
So they don't release as much, but typically the stuff they release, I've been really interested in.
Are you doing an ad right now for Apple TV?
You want to see my phone and my Mac? Apple is the way to go. I forgot my Apple Watch, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just got it. Did the 7-day free thing, of course, and I'm like, well, I'll keep it for a little while, I guess, and check out some of these other things. But
it's a bummer.
I don't know. I get kind of frustrated with getting hooked into some of these things.
Yeah.
Right? And then okay, I'll keep it.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how it goes.
So
Netflix and I have been playing the
later.
Yeah, exactly. Netflix and I have been flirting for way too long. If we're on a break, we better get back together. Nope. There was a reason we broke up.
Right, exactly. Should we talk about the movie then?
The movie.
Yeah.
Or we could just ghost it. I mean,
We should.
how ironic of a podcast would that be?
I'm going to be completely honest. I think this is going to be a short one for our We Review It Wednesday.
That's right.
Yeah. But, okay, so let's dig into the actors. I liked the cameos that they did.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And it was like constant throughout. And I was in random spots that I wasn't expecting it.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
They also, one of the things besides the cactus that went through the movie was the line. And what was the line? You two should get a room.
Oh, yeah. That one was great.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like everybody, they just kept it going.
Right.
That was fun.
And
so there's some of those redeeming qualities.
And the chemistry was like, when we're talking about actor chemistry, the chemistry was there where that joke landed well. Because
landed really well.
You could tell, like,
Totally.
yep, they need to go work some things out, probably in a bedroom.
Right. Exactly. Wait, are they married?
At least she's being tracked
Right.
from an inhaler.
Well, they had those that one ring, that electrical ring.
Yeah, that was
she
pretty
had,
cool.
I guess. But
That's right.
anyway,
That was the other thing. Why didn't the inhaler? I wish that would have been more cameos. They talked about the cactus.
Yeah.
Of like the cactus being in certain places. The whole reason he found her was because of the inhaler. So it would have been really funny at the end of like, she pulls out her purse like, oh, do you need this anymore? Like something funny like that.
Yeah. In some of those kinds of things are fun, but some of them they really screw up.
Oh, yeah.
And don't do very well.
Nope.
But they could have. That would have helped the movie.
Yeah.
Like that campy stuff. That
Yeah.
you
I
like.
do love the
I know,
cheesy.
it's good. It was so these actors. I mean, they're for the most part, well known enough, visible actors and things like that you recognize. I should say.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So whenever they popped in, it's like
Yeah, there he is.
So
Yeah, when
that was fun.
I mean, specifically, my mind was blown when I saw first Anthony Mackie, who plays the Falcon, which if you've watched Marvel at all, is like basically Captain America's best friend post Bucky Barnes. And so it was really cool to see them at odds with each other. And then sure enough, you get in a car and there's Sebastian Stan, his other best friend.
Right.
And it was like, man, it's crazy. Like, I guess if you don't like Marvel, it's probably like, I guess these are actors, but like, if you know the connections, it's super fun.
Yeah, but the way Marvel over the years advertised and things like that, if you've ever watched a movie, you recognize that.
And the Falcon the Winter Soldier right now is Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. So,
right.
I mean, yeah.
Right. So that was fun.
It
so
was.
the acting chemistry for me was good. They seemed to do very well together. It was natural. It appeared natural anyway, or whatever. But so I actually this is the highest score.
There it is.
Yep. I'm gonna give it a 4.7.
Yeah.
I love the way the actors they just made it work.
See, and I'd be interested in a sequel that was better written.
That needs to be if they would have written this better and shorter. If
Yeah,
this was
an hour and a half.
an hour,
Yeah.
half an hour shorter, I think I would have been like, hey, I like this.
And that's action comedy sweet spot in general. Like, if it's pairing action and comedy, anything over an hour and a half is too long.
Yes.
You saw stuff like Thor, a lot of the Marvel films where you start seeing it slugging is because they're so long, and a lot of the films are comedic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree.
So the way the acting was for me was really well.
Yeah, I give it a 4.4.
Okay.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Some of like the villains and stuff, I thought. I mean, I liked it.
I think some of but I think some of the villain work I think is kind of done on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm not positive, but I'm not the director and not sitting there, so I don't know.
You'll get the sequel, don't worry.
But, yeah.
I know the application's there.
Right.
I've been supporting you.
Thanks. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it's written that way. Cinematography, I think that there was a lot of shots that they did very, very well. I think that there was a lot of things, to me, it seemed like it was B-roll.
Yep.
Like that they just bought it from like CNN or something.
That's right.
You know, so that some of that.
So you get all the B-roll footage of CNN.
Right. I mean, they actually, that's a service. CNN
is it?
has a service. Seriously. CNN's broke, man. I'm not kidding. It's no
They just
joke.
have drones flying around everywhere and like, all right.
From all their news stuff over
I
the
suppose.
years and stuff,
Yeah.
they literally are selling their B-roll footage, like interviews even.
Oh, really? That's strange.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, CNN's broke.
Insert our CNN
Yeah.
footage.
Yeah.
Video.
So the cinematography on that part of it for me was just rough.
Yeah.
I don't know the length of it. I mean, I fell asleep, but
That's been our constant. We got to get
I know
that checked.
there's a really actually pretty good reason for it. I was up most of the night before,
Yeah.
and then I watched this at like almost 8 o'clock. So I was up most of the night before,
And then watching at 8 a.m.
and then
8 p.m.
p.m.
Okay.
So I mean, I got literally like 3.5 hours of sleep, just work stuff.
I just think this was just 2 hours gone.
Yeah, and so I'm like, it finally got to a place of just over an hour into it. I was like, I'm gonna give up.
But you know what's nice about like Apple TV movies or Netflix movies?
Yes.
You don't have to get the nice actors telling us how much they appreciate as audience members. They go straight into the film.
That's a good point.
Granted, the next Netflix movie you watch, there's absolutely not going to be actors in the beginning of like,
Right.
thank you,
Right.
Netflix and everyone else here. I hope you have your popcorn because you're in for a wild ride.
I know. So
yeah.
where are you at?
So for me, where I kind of struggled, this is probably more with like how the story was written. Is some of the scenes seemed dragged out.
Mm-hmm.
I think even the first half hour they hadn't left. I don't think they had really left for like he was still debating to leave to London.
Well, right, and so the first. What do they say? The first 20 minutes, you have like 20 minutes in a movie like this at the most to really hook people.
Yeah.
And they did not do that because it did drag out so long.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wish that would have been more condensed. And then even the scene kind of where we're watching this when they're on the island, this scene was dragged out for a little bit too long. We're going to watch him make a fort, but like it was still too long.
Mm-hmm.
So I wish some of that would have been short. I think they could have shortened it with some of the stuff in cinematography, the shots that they chose.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's all the cinematographer's fault because that's how the story was written and probably what the director wanted. But I still didn't like it. So I gave it a 3.7, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I score it yet?
I don't know.
I don't remember scoring it yet.
I think I fell asleep.
Just kidding. I'm 2.2 of a point behind you. I'm 3.5.
Okay, you definitely did not.
I just didn't like it.
No.
And I thought part of it was, because I was tired. I did finish it. I mean, I did finish it, but I thought maybe part
in
of
your
it's
dreams.
And so I thought maybe I wasn't liking it because I was tired and some of that, but it was obviously poorly written.
Yep.
But then I watched the next, 45 minutes or whatever I needed to, and I'm like, nah, it didn't get any better. It wasn't just because I was tired. So I'm like, yeah, no.
And like there was just inconsistencies with the story. Like obviously he had an inhaler that he was supposed to take ahead.
And
but
is that some of the editor's issue? I mean, but the director should be overseeing some of that, obviously. But there were spots that seemed a little bit like the editing was like, why did you place that here?
Right.
Yeah.
But like you never see him really out of breath because of asthma.
Right.
Which if you have asthma is pretty intense.
For sure.
So it just amazes me. There was a lot of inconsistency even with some of the characters and stuff of their story. So I don't like not like movies this much, but I think my expectations were just a little bit higher than they should have been, obviously.
Well, I think that for me, these straight to streaming or whatever you want to call them, I guess, they're throwing them together.
Yeah.
Like they're putting some big actors in it, and they're like, yeah, I think this will work.
Yeah.
Whereas you're putting 150 million into a film, it's like this is gonna work.
Did you know
And it doesn't
Scarlett
always.
Johansson was supposed to be the lead in this?
I did not know that, but I do know. I read some stuff on Scarlett Johansson that she is really not a happy person right now with some of these people.
No.
And is that why?
No, it was okay. Well, at least that wasn't.
There's a lot of same people involved in this that she's been involved with Marvel stuff.
She didn't get that political in her response, I guess, because it sounded like it was lined up, but then she backed out because of scheduling conflicts, which could be obviously complete BS could exactly be what it is.
Right. So I don't know, because there's a lot, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, whatever. It's, weird.
Weird.
Black Widow stuff really, that was a big deal for her.
Well, it's because of the contracts and stuff of how they get paid long term for some of these movies.
Yeah, and it wasn't supposed to go to streaming.
Right.
And
that's why it got delayed a year and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's still, when it released, paired with Disney Plus, which was really interesting.
She won.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah. So I just I don't know. It's weird. I think the streaming services are great, but I think that they're trying to compete too heavily with each other, and they're trying to get like too many of them out there now.
Absolutely.
We see all this cash sitting there. So
that's right.
We're a telephone manufacturer and a computer manufacturer, but we're going to get into streaming because there's money.
I'm happy that Apple Plus at least doesn't I guess I'm not sure how I feel. I feel like a lot of the other streaming services, like they say oh, now we got Friends, like these old TV shows that people just have nostalgia on.
Yeah.
And then that's what they try to hold up the platform. I kind of appreciate what Apple TV is doing, at least, because they were never in the market of on ABC or NBC or having shows produced on there, and they want to take a crack at it. And so all their stuff is original content, at least, and they're just trying their best to build it up.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't like the streaming services much of we have New Girl. Well, now it's being removed and getting put onto this platform, and then it gets super messy.
That's a joke.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. No, it's weird. But look, they've got me. Some of them.
Yep. They got their claws in.
They do, and I love movies.
Yeah.
I really do. And
that was a surprise. You heard it here first on Matty's Movie Mix.
That's right.
That Matt loves movies.
Overall entertainment.
2.8.
Yeah.
I wasn't entertained.
Yeah.
There was, again, like you said, there were parts where it had momentum and then immediately dissipated right after that scene. And so.
Yeah. And there again, an editing thing for me.
Exactly.
Why did they put that here?
Yeah. There was.
They changed the whole pace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
There was never a build. Even the end scenes, the ending was awful. Oh. Super anticlimactic of spoiler. If you don't watch this movie or subscribe to Apple TV Plus specifically for this, there's 100 of other reasons to it, because I'm sponsoring. We're not getting paid, but
exactly.
There's a lot of other stuff on Apple TV that you should absolutely watch. Recommending Ted Lasso, Coda. Do not get it for Ghosted.
What about Tetris? Would you recommend?
If you like history and you like video games, I would say yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because we're going to talk about that.
That's what's coming.
That's right. So I guess I'm not trying to copy you, but that's what I also have is a 2.8. Yeah, I know you did. See, that's why you like to go first.
Yeah, because I always get paranoid.
You copied me.
I definitely don't have anything listed.
I don't have anything listed. I had it in my head too, but
because I was in your mind.
It's true.
I'm there. We need to watch Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
Sorry. In your mind, he's there. The Phantom
Planted.
of the Opera. Yeah.
Seed.
Inception.
Yes.
Oppenheimer. That's coming out in April.
Ooh.
No, June. I lied. Don't listen to me. But listen to the podcast.
We have a lot of good ones.
Oh,
it's good. This is going to be fun.
It is.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Anything else?
That's all I ever want to say about this movie.
Yes, that's enough for me, too.
That's right.
But, hey, if you like my shirt, do you like my shirt?
Yeah, it'd be great as a tattoo, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want the T-shirt, you should tell me how to get it.
ShinyBrandProducts.com. It's my new company.
ShinyBrandsProducts.com.
ShinyBrandProducts.com.
Man.
Or ShinyBrandClothing.com.
Yeah, the more clothing in you, the better.
I know. See you next time.
Hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button.
Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bells, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us. We appreciate it.